obviously people are coming to this video because they're curious, but like, what is my situation?
That's no one else's problem but yours. You can think and feel however you want to feel.
And I don't think you need to like feel ownership towards my sexuality. Like, I don't think you own my sexuality. Hello and welcome back to the podcast, the biggest podcast in the world.
I just laughed so hard, I think the contact fell out.
This is the show. This is the show to watch. This is the show to be at. And thank you all for joining us again today. Week after week, the audience is getting bigger and bigger, and we are getting bigger and bigger.
Speak for yourself.
She's getting smaller and smaller. I'm getting bigger and bigger. So that's good.
If I got big, would you tell me?
Yes. Yes. What do you mean? Of course I would.
Okay, thank you. I mean like 1 pound. If I'm puffy in the morning, you gotta be like,
I actually have a funny story about that.
Loompa.
You know, we both know that. Whoa. Taking a little shot over there, huh? There's a little Bailey's in there too.
Friday, I wish.
Obviously, people have speculated a lot about my sexuality in particular. And there's been a lot of discussion surrounding it and a lot of anger towards how I decide to show myself online, even though have never said anything in particular about my sexuality in the recent years. So I don't really know why I'm angering people or why people feel entitled to my sexuality in general.
People must be just like that bored.
They're that bored. The other kind of theory that I've made up in my own head is that, like, a very flattering theory, is that like
Okay.
I have a lot of female followers who have just like probably more or less fallen in love with me over the years, you know, and we've been a gang for so many years, and some of these girls I think might
I'll finish it. They want a piece of Daddy Brad.
fantasize a little bit, you know, and then when they get a glimpse of like, could he be straight? It's like, oh, amazing. Now I can really like fantasize about him.
Yeah.
But the other theory I have is that people are just curious about sexuality. It's like you just kind of want to know. But for me, like, the only time I'm super curious is when like a straight male actor does like a gay part and I think they're attractive and I'm like, well, I want to know, are they like a little bit gay? You know?
Like, do I have a chance?
Yeah, like, do I have a chance? Like, that's what I kind of think about.
I think there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Oh, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right. I mean, you're not really taking a lot of shots these days, Sophia, but
yeah, I don't really take shots, do I? Oh wait, like actual shots or
anyways, so if you guys well, you don't know, but we have this game that when we start laughing, we try to like make a straight face.
Like while we're laughing.
So we try to like see like who can keep the straight face the longest.
Yeah.
And it usually doesn't work.
Usually neither of us can see a straight face ever.
But
Whoa.
sometimes we get lucky and it works. All right.
I just like have to like really try.
Let's dive into sexuality 101.
Right.
Sorry, one more thing, Sophia, before you speak, because on this podcast, women don't get to speak.
No rights for women. None. Just the way I like it.
Sophia is a straight female and
Whoa.
has labels labeling you.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
And
How do you know?
Because I've asked. Because
Well,
I've tried to make you bisexual many times. It doesn't work.
You never tried to do that.
I'm always like, do you like girls a little bit? And you're
No,
like,
you literally like have gone up to me tipsy and you're like, Sophia, I think you're bi. And you walk away. And I'm like, what? And I think about it, I'm like,
I think every girl's bi. You guys are like more into like mental attraction, so it doesn't really matter about the physicals as much. You know, it just like makes sense. Anyways, we'll get into that later. So Sophia Danielle Lacourt is a straight female. So, and I have been a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. LGBTQIA plus. That is not gay, Sophia. That is lesbian, bisexual.
RSTUV, like that. What?
Okay, it stands for lesbian, bisexual, transgender, LGBTQ queer, intersex, asexual, and then plus.
I knew that. I just was asking for the people.
I should have asked you what do you think the letters mean.
I would have.
You would have never known. All right, so since you've been a straight female your entire life and have
you labeling me is crazy.
What the freak? Okay, what do you want to be labeled?
I don't care actually. I think you can call me whatever you want.
Sophia's bisexual.
I literally couldn't care less. Couldn't care less.
Yeah. People always get tripped up on that one. It's couldn't.
I don't know. Some people in the comments are going to be like, well, it's good because... and I'm going to try to read it for 2 seconds. Like, nope.
Okay. God, you distract the shit out of me when I'm speaking.
having a really good time.
So, because you've been whatever you've been for 22 years, and I've been what I've been for many more years, and I am a part of the LGBTQIA+ community, I have grown up surrounded by many different types of people with many different types of sexual orientations. And a lot of it is interesting. And I think that a lot of viewers do not have that experience. And I think they're more on your side of things where like they didn't necessarily have a bunch of trans friends and a bunch of gay friends and a bunch of lesbian friends and a bunch of not asexual really, but bisexual and pansexual friends. So like I would like to talk about it and talk about my sexuality at some point today.
Ooh.
That you know so much about.
Do I?
I would hope so.
At
this point, I think you know everything. Yeah. Sophia, I want you to tell me what the definitions of everything included in LGBTQIA is.
Okay.
Because I don't even think I know a couple of them. And I want to know exactly how you define each of these things. And let's start off with lesbian.
Sorry, I do yawn.
The first and the best.
The first and the best, lesbian. A woman or female identified person who experiences sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction to people of the same or similar gender. However, it's important to note that not all lesbians are female identified. Some define their identity as more non-male or femme than female or feminine. I actually just got confused.
That's the part you slipped on last time.
Wait.
You were like...
Wait, I thought lesbian meant like a woman likes women.
A women likes women. What was the last part you read? I didn't really understand what you said.
That's why, yeah.
Can you say it again?
However, it's important to note that not all lesbians are female identified.
Yeah, that's where you lose me.
Some define their identity as more non-male or femme than female or feminine. What's femme?
Sophia, your guess is as good as mine.
Really? Is it? I think your guess is probably better.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Mine's much better.
Wait. Want to know what I actually have a question about?
If you're a lesbian or not?
Okay. So no, the real question is, this might be off topic. I don't really know. What's cis mean?
That you're born that gender. Like a cis male, cis female.
Oh, that's confusing.
Because you can still say you're female if you're trans female, but you're not cis female.
So, okay. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's to describe that you're like, no. Since birth, I was a female. And you? Were you since birth?
Really? Okay, why would I care? Okay. Imagine being like, I'm cis female.
People say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Like in conversations, it comes up and they're like,
I'm
cis female. Like
it's
imagine I was like, they were like, what are your pronouns? Cis female? She, her, cis, she, cis, her.
Cis sister. That mean, you know what it means? Sister. It's like, I'm your sister. Female.
Okay.
Sister. I'm sister male.
You're cis male.
Cis male.
Okay.
Can you look up what cis means? Because now I don't know.
Now I'm confused. Cisgender, relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I ate.
Spot on.
I ate with that one.
Spot on. Okay.
That's a win for me today. Woo!
You're so smart.
All right, so lesbian. I've known a lesbian in my life.
You did?
Yeah, I've known one or two.
About her.
First of all, I think lesbians hate me.
Don't lesbians and gay people have a little? Don't they like?
No, they either get along great or they don't get along at all. You're either a gay man that has only lesbian friends, or you're a gay male that has no lesbian friends. I happen to be one that has one.
Okay. So the lesbians
One, I think,
hate you?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think they hate me.
I can see why.
I know. Same.
No, I'm kidding. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
But my one lesbian, my big old lesbian friend,
She's big.
my big old, no, she's skinny.
Okay, Slay.
Her name is Megan. Megan, hello, my big old lesbian friend. She's only dated men her entire life. Like all throughout high school, obsessed with boys, with men. Love them. Dated them for years. Long-term relationships. Never said anything about being bisexual or lesbian. And one day, after college, after dating all these men, she met a girl. Boom. Lesbian ever since. Big fat lesbian ever since.
Good for her. Good job,
And
Megan.
now
We're proud of you.
They are
Hope
now.
you're enjoying your time with a woman now.
They are now engaged. And I don't think she's going back
Yay.
from it.
Once you go lesbian, there's
you
no
don't go straightyism.
Wow,
It's
that's
true.
fun. Good
So
for her.
I guess there's always potential for you.
Okay, you want me to read the definition
No.
of gay? Okay.
Do you think that you discovered one day that you were a straight female? Like, do you think you were just like, whoa?
That I discovered I was straight?
Like you never had that, like, ooh, I'm a lesbian.
No.
But one day you were just like,
I never
like
had
men.
like a...
Like you had to have one day realized.
Yeah, when I was like 8, I was like obsessed with One Direction. And that was like the day I was like,
You were a
love
directioner?
Irish men. No,
They're
to an
British?
Niall,
Oh,
you
okay,
loser.
they're half British, half
Nope.
Irish.
All
No.
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 All from England, except Niall is Irish, and I was like obsessed with him.
He was the one at the party.
No, you fake loser fan. That was Liam Payne. So we were at a party. We got invited by the grace of God. You've done that 10 times, or you missed the straw.
We were at a party in Paris.
We were at a party in Paris, and by the grace of God, somehow we got invited and got into the party. I have no idea why. I was the youngest in there, youngest girl in there by 50 years. You were the youngest guy in there by 60.
1 year.
One. Okay. And we walk in, and somehow, like, Brad, I didn't even know this until we were at this night, until he had this facial recognition.
You got it.
Spot on. Every time he saw somebody, he was like, oh, that's that person. And then he sees One Direction boy walk into the room, and he's like, oh, that's Neil Malik. And I was like, no.
I did say that. I was
was
like, Neil
like-
Malik.
I was like, what? I was like, I almost like started sweating too, because this is so embarrassing. I was such a fan, but I was like such a One Direction girl. Like, it was insane. I loved them. I was like 8 and they were like, 17, in love with them. All I thought about was them. And I look over, 2 feet next to us is Liam Payne. And I was like, Liam, oh my God, I love you. So yeah, that's when I realized. I was like, actually, I didn't realize anything. I just was like, I love Niall, and that's it. And that was the only awakening I had.
You liked men because of One Direction. The moral of the story.
I guess that's the moral of the story.
One Direction. You are changing lives out here.
No, guys, I still am. If I meet Niall one day, I won't be like, I'm not sure what I'll say.
What's your favorite One Direction song?
What makes you beautiful?
That's what makes you beautiful.
Yeah. You know what? You look like Niall a little bit. Like blue eyes, blonde hair. I can't tell.
I wanted to be Zayn growing up so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Zayn's so beautiful too.
When he had like that like stripe of gray hair in his hair, I was like, I dyed my hair at that same
Really?
color. Yeah.
No way.
Mhm.
Oh my God. I was a little goody two shoes my whole life, and he was like the bad boy, and I didn't like him. Like, I wasn't like.
I only like the bad boys.
Really?
Mhm.
You're a bad boy?
I only like tattooed men.
No way. You like
Yeah.
tattoos?
Exclusively.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, like the more tattoos, the better.
No, like inked up.
Like
Head to toe.
like face tattoos preferred.
Face tattoos?
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Like,
I'm not a tattoo girl.
Neck tattoos, please.
Like 1 or 2 tattoos is good, but like too many. Neck tattoos are gross for me. But yeah, anyway, so One Direction was the reason why I fell in love with boys as a whole, I guess. What about you? How'd you know what was yours? Justin Bieber or something? You aren't a believer? Are you?
I'm
No?
trying to think back.
Backstreet Boys?
We'll come back to that once we get to the G of the alphabet, because I have things to say about that.
Gay, a term that describes people who experience sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction to people of the same or similar gender. Some gay identified women prefer the term lesbian, while others prefer queer or gay.
That's enough. I think most of us get that one. That's the most common one.
Yeah.
But I actually did not know that gay encompasses women and men and like just people who like the same sex. I thought lesbian was specifically like for women. Like, well, it is, but I thought it was like if you're a lesbian technically, but you're also a gay, I guess. So why do we need lesbian and gay?
I think people just like to make words up.
Holy shit. No, I will say that gay people, y'all with the terms is wild. We could all just say we're queer. Everybody. We'll get to the Q. Because the queer in LGBTQ literally just encompasses everything.
Want me to go straight to the Q?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Just go to the Q.
Okay, Q stands for queer. People of all sexualities under the LGBTQIA plus umbrella also identify as queer.
Make it make sense. That makes no sense.
Oh. Everybody's queer.
So everybody is queer, but we still have LGBTQIA.
Oh, no. Here's why we have new words, I think. Historically, many people use the word queer as a slur.
Yeah, you queer.
Queer.
You fucking queer.
That wouldn't... Like,
No,
that would not bother me if somebody called me queer. That's like somebody calling me ginger. Like, yeah.
No, so I remember growing up, like, this was very prevalent in the 90s. People, like, used the...
You grew up in the 90s? Oh, my God. You old guy.
Off, you freak. Yeah, so I did, actually. And I was actually in the early 90s, believe it or not. It wasn't even the mid 90s. It was the early 90s when I was born. Yeah, believe it or not.
Woo.
So queer, people used to say that as such a derogatory, like, comment. And it was... Thinking back, it's like so funny because nobody says queer anymore. Like that word is pretty ancient, like put into the grave. I don't hear anybody saying queer anymore unless you want to really confuse this shit out of somebody on a dating app. Like I've had people say they're queer to me and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Just do you like men?
Like, do you like me or not?
Do you like men?
Right.
Just say I like men. I don't know. That's even more simple than being like I like men in some capacity. All right, good. That's fine. But like queer, so are you trans? Like what are you saying to me? I don't know what that
Would you
means.
care if someone was trans to date them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. What do you mean?
Like,
let's come back to that when we get
that's
to
actually
we
good.
get to the T.
Okay.
That was like a double meaning. We get to the T. But no, I wanted to say you asked me that when I discovered that I like men. Mm-hmm. And like who was that person
the Beatles
who made it for me, but I don't remember my childhood at all. Like everything's like from the age of 18
because it was so long ago.
I remember like 8 okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
I remember nothing from the age of 18, basically, and before that. But I'll try if I can have a second to think.
Okay.
I remember being really... I can't put these things online.
Okay. Yes, you can.
I remember being really attracted to one of my teachers.
Was it
the best.
A man or it was a man?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Was I ever attracted to
That's
a teacher?
the first time I was ever like, whoa, wait a damn minute.
Really?
Whoa.
I was never attracted.
Sexuality
I wasn't
is like a
attracted to
thing.
like anyone besides Niall Horan until I was like like 20. Now, honestly.
My teacher was like 40, by the way.
Perfect.
So that's crazy.
Perfect.
And I was probably like 15.
Okay. So you had a good
childhood.
childhood, yeah. You had a good 15 years.
But other than that, like celebrities, like I think that I also I found definitely like female celebrities attractive as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think girls are hot, but like I wouldn't kiss them. I'm not like worried to say, "Oh, you're hot." Like you are.
All right, move on to the next one.
Well, we went out of order, so what would you like me to read? Asexual?
LGBTQIA.
Do you want me to read asexual?
Yeah. Do you know what stop reading it. You already read it.
No, I read the first
Do
three
you
words.
know what asexual is?
Doesn't that mean you just don't like anyone? You aren't sexually attracted to someone?
Yeah.
Anyone? That's what I just said.
You are not sexually attracted to other people, but you do still have you still are like a sexual being. Like you're you don't not possess sexual feelings, but you're not sexually attracted to other people.
So doesn't that mean you just like don't have a crush at the moment?
No, like
Wait,
they
what?
still love and feel attraction. They just don't have it sexually.
Yeah.
So read the definition.
So you aren't sexually attracted to anyone. Asexual is an umbrella term that encompasses a broad spectrum of sexual orientation. Some people may experience no sexual or romantic attraction toward anyone, while others may experience varying degrees of sexual or romantic attraction toward people. Those who identify with this orientation do not have to abstain from sex to be asexual.
What?
No, that
That
made
one
no sense.
was complicated.
Well, that
So you are not asexual. People do not have a sexual attraction to people, but they might have less. Is what I got out of that.
okay. That one did. I feel like the definition to that was like wrong.
That one was wild.
Wait, let me read it again and see if I get it.
Let me look up another definition. Well, I have another definition that just says someone who does not experience sexual attraction towards individuals of any gender. I think that's the most common definition of that.
Okay.
I don't think people are saying they're asexual unless they don't have sexual feelings towards people. I think we've all been there at some point, you know, a little asexual.
Like not wanting to like be with anyone.
Yeah, it's just like
That's my whole
like
life.
can you go? Yeah, can you go in and out of asexuality? Like you have to be that your whole life. I guess you can just like be it sometimes, you know.
What is it again?
But I think
Like you don't.
you
like,
don't have
people,
any sexual attraction to people. Well, I guess that.
Yeah, you just don't know anybody that you like yet. That would be.
Yeah, but like it's even to the point where you see somebody who's hot and you're not thinking about them sexually at all.
Yeah, why would you do that? What do you mean?
Maybe
why would
you're
you,
asexual.
Wait, what do you mean? Why would you do that?
What do you mean?
Like I walk down the street and see someone hot and I'm like, oh, I want to like what?
Yeah, that's how people think, babe.
That's not how people think. Wait, what?
I feel like we're just like having a therapy session
wait,
with you now.
wait. Okay,
You've never seen a hot
What
guy
I
and
would
thought
think-
like,
take me to dinner. Yeah, I would love them to take me to dinner and buy me
You
a
never
nice dinner.
thought any farther than that?
If
before-
I got a if I was like if I was gonna date them, maybe.
I feel like I torture you with these questions, so I'm not gonna keep digging.
Okay, you are torturing me a little
yeah,
bit, but
I'm
like
not
I
gonna
don't
keep
like
digging,
wait,
but-
but I just want to say like often you walk down the street and see somebody that's gorgeous, beautiful, stunning, whatever. The first thing you think, I'm gonna sleep with that man, woman, thing, it,
Yeah.
they, them. That's what you think. 80% of the time.
It's crazy that you think this is crazy.
I don't think it's.
Like this is like a common feeling.
I feel like the audience would agree with me.
In my second breath, I was
Let's
gonna
ask the
say I
audience.
don't think that this is I don't know if this is a common female feeling, but this is every man I've ever met.
Maybe men think differently than women. Men
No,
will-
for sure
Oh,
they do.
You know what? Men think that way and women don't. Like, because women are the prize. I mean, men like want to sleep with everything walking the face of the earth.
I have a good story.
Thank God.
So another
Ooh, saved
TikTok story. So one time I saw this trans female person talking about taking testosterone. She was like,
Wait,
wow.
trans female meaning female
She
transition to
was
male.
born male and now she's
so
a
she's
female.
taking testosterone. Okay.
She was taking testosterone to become more male. That's how that works. Okay, so so testosterone is like the male hormone that makes you like have male features.
Okay, so he was trying to become a man.
She transitioned to male, and that's why she previous.
Yeah, so
I think we all get it.
I don't get it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
He was born a woman.
She was
so
born a she. Oh, he was born a she.
I think I'm better at those labels than you are.
He was born a she.
I'm winning.
He was born a she, took testosterone, became a trans male.
Yeah, so he's a man now.
Yeah. Okay.
I got it. I understood the whole time.
He said that after taking testosterone, the biggest switch was the mindset sexually. Like going down the street and looking at somebody and being like, I want to sleep with them.
What?
And like how strong that feeling is.
Shut the front door, really? Huh.
And I was like, wow. I
guess that's just
I think as a man,
thing.
you just think like everybody
thing.
feels that way, but it's not.
Yeah, no, but I don't think women feel that way.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
The sexual part of being a man is so strong.
Yeah.
And I think we all know that.
Men,
we all know that.
Men
but
are like men, and women are women.
Thank you, Sophia. That was so deep.
Now I'm gonna get canceled for that. That's the thing I'm gonna get canceled for.
You know what? And bring manly men back.
And start. I was gonna say something really bad. Woo.
And women should make babies.
Yeah, women should stay at home, make babies, and cook for their husbands. And men should just work. And provide. And be men.
And bring back manly men.
Yeah, and
2024.
And you shouldn't be allowed to wear heels as a man
or
because
like
that
feminine
makes
clothing.
me lose sleep at night.
God forbid you paint your nails.
God forbid. That's gonna ruin everyone's society as a whole if you paint your fingernails. Gosh.
Or you're wearing makeup.
I can't believe it. That's horrible. Make it stop. Imagine.
Low key, that is how you think, though.
What?
She like did it for me. It's a joke. For Sophia, it's real.
No, I don't care what you guys wear or do, but I do want to be a woman and cook and clean. Yes, that is how I feel about myself. Sure.
Yes, I do the cooking. Yes, I do the
yeah,
cleaning.
I do want to cook and clean, but I don't care if like you powder your nose. You know.
Okay, where are we?
I don't know, but I feel like we were doing well for ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kidding. Everyone clicked off the last 10 minutes.
They haven't watched any of it.
No.
Our average view duration on this episode is like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Unless you have one brain cell and you're still watching for some reason.
Yeah. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mommy.
What's your mom's name?
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
All right. Next.
What letter do you want to
Read,
go for in
woman.
the alphabet now? Here's a crazy one. Intersex? I have no idea what that means.
I think you're into sex.
That would be a really good one.
Is
that what it means? You have no idea what it means either.
Maybe they're just swaggy people. Maybe they're people who like the word inter and sex.
Yeah, even when I read this, I'm not going to get it. Intersex, a general term used for a variety of conditions in which a person is born with a reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't seem to fit the typical definitions of male or female. For example, a person might be born appearing to be female on the outside, but having mostly male typical anatomy on the inside. Or a person may be born with genitals that seem to be in between the usual male and female types. Here's where it's going to get crazy. For example, a girl may be born with a notably large clitoris.
I love when you say
Or lacking
crazy shit.
Or lacking a vaginal opening.
This is becoming a sex ed class. I guess that's kind of what this whole episode is, huh?
Okay. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, maybe those will help somebody.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
I think that's the purpose of the episode, Sophia.
Should we
Open
like
your
teach them how to
eyes.
put in a tampon too?
Yeah, we could do a tampon episode.
No. Okay. A boy may be born with a notably small pecker. It's hard for me. Or with this, I can't do it.
All right, we'll leave it
That
there.
you guys get it, right?
Small pecker, large.
Okay.
We're not laughing at intersex people, by the way. If you're intersex watching this, We're just laughing at Sophia reading the definition because
Right.
she is so prude. It's crazy.
Thank you. It's a really big compliment.
Except when we turn the cameras off and then she just becomes a wild animal.
A raging hooker.
Danielle, your daughter is a wild animal.
A crazy girl. Crazy girl.
Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know that's what that meant. So I guess, do you understand it now?
It feels like
It's basically like if you were to look
Trans.
like, it's sort of trans, but you're not trans because you were just born like that. Trans is when you transition, right? Like, so like you have to make that choice yourself. But intersex is like you're kind of trans without the decision being made. You like you were just born like that. Like you have both part. Like
but weren't you as trans, like weren't you, isn't that the same exact thing? Like you were born a man, but you have female parts.
No, you choose to get the female parts. Like, okay, say you're a male who then transitions to female and you cut your dick off. You're choosing to do that.
Right.
And you can never choose to be intersex. That's just something that you
But
are
like
born
trans
with.
people don't want to be trans. They want to be whatever they weren't born as. Like
a lot of
I feel like,
I think a lot of trans people want to be trans.
no, like they want to be, like if a person is born a man and they want to be a woman, they want to be a woman. Like they don't ask to be born a man and want to have that whole transition. Like that's a hard thing to do.
For sure.
But like they don't want to be like that. Like they don't
For sure.
choose. Like they don't choose to be born feeling that way. They don't want to feel that way. They want to
You're
feel like
totally right, but this has nothing to do with being intersex.
yeah, but like intersex.
Intersex is just the natural born version of being trans, basically.
Okay.
That's actually so incorrect. By the way, can we just acknowledge that was totally not the correct thing to say?
Did I say
Because
something
I just
wrong?
realized how wrong that was when I said it the second time. So basically, that's not the same thing at all. Being trans, it's sort of the same in some ways because some trans people have a female genitalia but are presenting male, right? And define themselves as male. Whereas an intersex person could be presenting as male and have a female genitalia, but they are still natural born female.
Okay.
My brain is starting to hurt a little bit. And if I get all this wrong, guys, you can literally call me out and tear me to pieces in the comments below. And I'll totally accept that. Okay, whatever. I'm making it too complicated. Basically, you say you're you, but you have a PP. And that you're intersex. I think a doctor says that you're intersex. Like you're born and they're like, oh, like your son is intersex. Like he has a vajiji, but he looks like every other part of him.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Great. And if that isn't
How would you
true,
feel if you had a vajayjay?
I would go crazy.
No way. Are you serious? You would be such a slut. I was gonna say whore, but whores get paid. You do it for free.
Every male you ask, like, what would you do if you had a vagina? They're always like,
Look in
I
the
would
mirror.
be a whore. Like everybody says that.
Really?
Like, everybody. It's like that's like.
Oh my goodness.
It's just like we all think it's just easier, even though it isn't. Like it's just like you just think it's just like such an easier function to that area of your body, you know?
yours has to be easier.
Like not like I think sexually. We
Everyone
think
in
it's
the
just
room
an
disagrees.
easier functional
The room full of
thing.
women. Our producers all think you're wildly wrong. Men. Okay.
We're getting too deep into this. Let's just move on.
I
So
don't-
that is the standard for men thinking that.
Men would think.
But then all women think
like
it's
a
easier
man.
to have a penis.
I've never thought that once
Yeah.
ever.
Everybody's always like, yeah, I would.
No one
rock that shit.
said no one ever. Ever.
The two girls
A woman is
two
art.
females off camera are
A
raising
woman
their
is
hands.
art. A man naked is like, ugh.
Yeah, but they just think it'd be like more like,
Yeah.
woo, easier.
Women
yeah,
are
everything's kind of just like, whatever. We'll never agree.
Yeah. I hope not. That's just.
Do you want to sit closer together?
Yeah, should we say right
All
next
this
to each
talk
other?
about sexuality is making me like my girlfriend even more.
Everybody.
Why'd you make
likes
that
me.
fucking face? That's how you should always look. No personality, straight face.
If I were your wife, what? Oh my god, I would have to cook vegan for you every day. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's the next definition?
Well, we kind of went out of order, I believe. Do you want to hear transgender since we just did intersex and I don't know the difference?
I would love to. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, honey.
Thank you, baby girl. Pretty little girl. Pretty girl.
What's a name that you like to be called?
Puppy doggy. I like
By
babe.
a lover. Babe. Okay.
I also like. We'll get into that later.
Daddy Bratty. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's not my fault. It rhymes.
I made it up.
No, you think you're the first person to call me Bratty Daddy or Daddy Bratty?
Yes.
Ever since I hit 25, all of a sudden I'm a daddy.
You are a daddy. Transgender.
Fucking read. I'm done being Mr. Nice Guy in this podcast.
Okay.
Done.
He's never been Mr. Nice Guy. I've been Mrs. Nice, and you're interrogation. Okay, and I have to I need PR lesson. What is that? When you're on an interview, and I need a PR training because he's interrogating me all the time, and I
Roll
need to
the tape back where she said that I was the nicest person she's ever met.
yeah, and put it in like a dreamy thing.
Fridge you.
Promise.
You fridger.
Frick me. Transgender. Broad term that can be used to describe people whose gender identity is different from the gender they were thought to be when they were born. Trans is often used as shorthand for transgender. Someone who lives as a woman today is called a transgender woman and should be referred to as she and her. A transgender man lives as a man today and should be referred to as he, him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I knew.
I think that's a very common one these
Right.
days. And it's like more and more people are just trans.
What do you think about this? Is really
Also, saying
out of
tranny is not good.
who says
For all you listening,
that?
don't say
nobody
tranny.
said this is nobody.
Well, it's very close to trans, but it's not correct.
Okay. Anyway, this is a crazy question. We might have to cut it out. What do you think about transgender men and women in sports?
Ooh, okay. Like, I think biologically they obviously have
The upper hand.
the upper hand. Like, yeah, what do you want to say? Like the upper hand in a lot of. Like, I think statistically men are just stronger, and so like you put a person who has male genetics in a lot of ways into sports for females, obviously they're going to be the best.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a tough thing though, because it's like then you're a presenting female on a male team. That also looks weird, and maybe we just need to make that more acceptable.
Or maybe we need to make like one category for trans women and trans men.
Then it would be like, how do you make the teams even? Like, how do you make them have the similar amount of strength on both teams then?
Well, trans men are all trans men and trans women are all trans women. So they have like the same genetics born with.
Whoa, what?
Right?
No.
Because
some
trans
of them
women were born
natural
men.
born women, and no. You can be a woman and then transition to male.
That's what I said.
And you can be a male that transitions to female.
That's what trans is.
Yeah. So some of the people on the team will be naturally.
Yeah, no, not
male.
one team. I mean like 4 teams in all. Men born as men, women born as women, trans women, trans men.
There's enough people that want to be on teams like that who are really successful at their
You're right.
sport. So I don't know how it would
I don't know
work.
either. Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
Sorry.
Well, I guess that's a problem that we're not we're not the ones solving it. We're just talking about
the
it.
ones to solve that one. That one seems like a tough one.
That does seem like a tough one.
But I do get it, and
I get both sides.
I do get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I get the frustrations, and I get the frustrations on both sides.
Yeah, I get the frustrations.
I get the frusters on both sides.
What letter do you want now? A to Z.
A, B,
Pick one.
C.
That was offensive.
We call it the gay alphabet.
The alphabet. Do you want to hear what pansexual is or omnisexual? I've never heard of that
That's not
one.
a part of the LGBTQIA.
Pan
It's part of the
and
plus.
omnisexual. You want me to read bisexual?
Bisexual.
Bisexual. A sexual orientation that describes people who experience sexual, romantic, or emotional attractions to people of more than one gender. Also referred to as bi. Bisexual typically includes individuals who are attracted to a variety of people with genders that are similar to and different to their own.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily. Like, what can I say about myself? So, like, obviously people are coming to this video because they're curious, but like, what is my situation? But I don't really like have a specific definition. And like, we both talk about how it's so annoying when people don't, well, no, it's so annoying that you have to define your situation. But then I always say like, well, if people are just curious and they want to know, and like, yeah, I guess it's fine to define it. But in a lot of ways, like, I would say I'm gay, but in a lot of ways I would say I'm not that gay. Like, I'm definitely way less gay than a lot of gay people I meet. Like, not in like the flamboyant way, like not in the visual way, but like in the way that like I think women are attractive, and like I am not repulsed by the idea of sleeping with a woman. Where a lot of gay people like literally wouldn't even think.
Right.
But I'm not actively trying to sleep with women. So it's a little confusing.
Yeah, but like that's no one else's problem but yours. You can think and feel however you want to feel, and then like
I think I'm just open to a lot more than most gay men are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, I kiss women. So I think that I just am what I am, and that maybe things will change in the future, and I don't think people need to worry that much about me, and I got it handled over here. And I don't think you need to like feel ownership towards my sexuality. Like, I don't think you own my sexuality.
I think hopefully most people just want to know, so like if they have a chance, you know.
I went to a gay club recently, and there was multiple men like who came up to me and talked to me about how our situationship relationship thing, it like angers them, and I just like I literally did nothing but try to entertain and make people happy online. And what about us being in a possible relationship?
So do you have any stories people at the club? Like somebody came up to you and was like, so I heard you're straight now.
Somebody just said it was quote unquote corny and embarrassing. What am I doing that's corny and embarrassing? Like because I
post with a girl
and think that she's attractive, like that's corny and embarrassing.
Does he not think I'm attractive?
I don't know why it angers people.
Well, I'm sorry you're dealing with
no, it's whatever.
The vibes.
I love attention, so it doesn't matter. But I think it's just weird that people think they own me in that way. People will comment on our pictures and videos together, and some people will be like, if you guys are lying about this and that, then I'm never going to look at you the same. And if you end up...
Did we even ever say anything, though?
I never said that I was straight, first of all. I don't know why I have to be straight or gay. It's just like, that's it. Straight or gay. Or if you're gay, you have to be fully, like, you can never find a woman attractive. And half of the comments are anger comments, like super angry. And I've lost a lot of followers and gained a lot of followers from just like us posting together. And I've lost a lot, like through that specific event. And it's just crazy that I make people mad because I might possibly have an attraction to a woman sexually.
You know, any attention is good attention. It is what it is. I'm sorry that you have to like read the comments. I don't really read them, honestly. So like I don't know what's going on. I go on Reddit like
if you want to pick on Sophia and get her attention, just go on Reddit.
I go on like once a week. It's really entertaining.
Once a week?
Yeah, like max once a week.
Shit.
Wait. Do you not go on Reddit?
Never.
When there's like, how do you not go on Reddit?
I don't give a fuck what people are saying.
I just like look and see like, oh, because like a lot of times they say like the most, something that's supposed to be mean. And then I'm like, oh my God, you think I'm that pretty? You know?
Reddit to me is like, it's not even constructive criticism. It's
really?
just completely negative.
Oh, I think it's pretty constructive, I feel like. Because sometimes they're like, your hair is dry. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Let me go fix that.
Yeah, I just get completely just mean things, and it's not constructive. And that
every time I read a mean comment, I just like think of how it could be nice. And I'm like, okay, like you wouldn't say that if you didn't think I was pretty.
Everybody on our Reddit forums are beneath us.
No, anybody commenting mean things on Reddit is beneath you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we got it. We understood.
It's like they're peasants. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the keyboard gladiators down there. They're losers.
Probably have zero life. So just like why?
But like a lot of people are. That's why like we have celebrities. You know, like celebrities are celebrities because people care what they do because they don't have things to care about themselves.
Right.
I mean, like in the best way possible, not like in a mean way.
All right. Do we read all the most interesting definitions?
We have, I think, more. What?
We have a lot of other stuff to
pansexual?
get to, and we haven't got to any of it.
Well, there's so many letters in this alphabet.
What
pansexual? Do you want to hear that one?
That's too pansexual. What does pansexual mean? Because a lot of people in my life are define themselves as pansexual. And I've met a lot of people who do. So maybe people listening might not know what that is. What do you think it is?
Pansexual?
Yeah.
I know what it is. You like everything.
Like what?
Everything. Everyone.
Everything that ever exists?
You like,
Animals?
you don't have a preference. Like you like what you like, right? Whatever, I'll read it. Okay, this says pansexual and omnisexual. I've never heard of omnisexual, but whatever. These sexual orientations refer to people who feel attraction towards people of all genders and sexes. A typical identifier for people with this orientation is that gender is not a factor in sexual or romantic attraction. While there is overlap between these two terms and bisexuality and polysexuality, some people may prefer to use one term over another. Okay, so you like everything. That makes sense to me. Like,
yeah, you like trans people, you like men, you like women, you like...
Yeah, but like...
You like...
trans...
you like intersex people.
Yeah. You like asexual people. You like everything. But like... Okay.
That's
I mean, a trans woman is
one.
just a woman, so like you would just be okay, I don't know.
No. Trans woman is trans.
But there's more like...
Yeah.
Okay, there's more letters. So that would make you pan.
That's like you saying, oh, I like men, so trans men are... That's fine too. You might not be sexually attracted to trans men.
Oh. Yeah,
They're
okay.
not the same as natural born men.
But they are just men.
No, they're not. They're trans men.
Right, but they're
big
just
difference.
men. Like they just want to be men.
Yeah, they want to be, but they're not ever gonna be the same.
I just look at trans people as like if you're
naturally born.
a trans man, you're just a man to me.
Okay, so you're down to date a trans man.
I didn't say I would date a trans man, but to me it's like...
But they're the same thing. You just
said. They are the same thing.
So great, you're into men, so you're
Yeah.
saying you would date a trans man.
Yeah, but I don't
that
know.
makes you a little pansexual.
Okay, you can call me whatever you want. I don't know.
I'm just asking you a simple question. Are you into trans men? Yes or no?
Would I date a trans man?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Okay, then you just made your own
But
answer
I don't
to
know.
that
I just
question.
like I don't have to
They're
date
not
every
the
man.
Same thing.
Okay.
Me and a trans man are not the same thing.
Okay.
How did we get into that topic again? Because you said aren't they just straight?
Pansexual, it's everything, not just trans, and it's like all the letters.
Yeah, intersex.
Yeah.
We get the point. You're into everything. You're into people, basically.
Yeah,
You could easily
not me.
Describe it as you're into
Pan.
you're into people.
I could see that.
People lover, you could call it.
Yeah. If you like someone you like who you like.
You like who you like. How many people do you think we've offended so far?
None. I don't think that many. I really don't think we offended that many. We're not really that. I don't know. We're like reading definitions off Google. Nobody.
And then giving my unfiltered opinion about each person.
Well, we're obviously both allies, but like...
Ally. She stands for you and I stand with you.
No, I love you guys more than anything in the world. I don't care what you guys do. And I think that's the nicest thing I could think. I really don't care what you do.
I have a hall pass because I'm gay.
I have a hall pass because you don't know what I do when in the comfort of my own home.
Whoa.
Yeah, who, what, when, where, and how I sleep is no one's business but mine.
So you're saying you're not straight.
I'm not saying anything. See, like the label thing is what's crazy.
You know, I'm not saying I'm gay either. By the way, I'm not saying I'm gay. I'm nothing these days. Nobody can label me.
I just don't care.
You can't put a label on me. You know, people say that stuff like, you can't label me. You can't put me into a box. Yeah, fuck you. You can't put me into a box.
Yeah, I don't.
You try to box me up, cage me up, I'll fucking get out of it.
Yeah, I don't care what people do or think or say. I don't know what that. I don't label or care.
You can't box up Sophia either.
Yeah, you
try to
can't.
put us in a cage together.
I mean, you can, but I wouldn't care.
She would like being in a cage.
Whoa. Woo! Oh my gosh.
See, she's all flustered now.
You are a silly little goose.
Woof.
Hi, Mom. My mom's watching. Okay, so
do I have... She's watch? Oh, not live. She's going to watch it later.
Yeah. So do you have...
What if we just had a live audience here and nobody knew?
We're going to do live audiences one day. Like, we should go on tour and do a live audience. Nobody would come.
Going on tour.
You've been on tour?
No, I would hate it.
Yeah.
I've been asked to like do a hair tour many times. I'm like, no.
You're like, no thanks. Okay, do I need to read anything else?
No. Maybe a book here and there.
I do read a lot. You're the one that makes me read because
Dr.
you
Seuss
can't
doesn't
read.
count as proper reading.
Okay.
Sophia.
I don't read Dr. Seuss anymore. I've already read all of them.
You're like, I wish there was more to
Oh,
that.
yeah. Red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish.
Like, I wish there was
The
more.
Giving Tree.
Is
No,
Dr.
that's
Seuss
not
still
the Giving
alive?
Tree. Is that the Giving Tree? I don't think so.
He died a long time ago.
It's
I
gotta
think.
be a
Was
while
he in like
ago.
the 60s or something?
You know that it took him
no,
like
that's not that long.
You know
ago.
that it
People
took
are
him
alive
like
in the
100
60s.
times to get published, and nobody would publish him.
They probably should have never.
Okay, did you have a childhood? Oh, right, I forgot. You were probably before Dr. Seuss, right? That's probably a long time ago for you, right?
Probably a long time ago for you, right?
Yeah, what did you read? Like Tennessee Williams? The Bible?
Back in my
What
day.
other books did you have?
Back in my day, I was read Tennessee
You only have the New
Williams.
Testament, though? Old one didn't come out.
I don't even know what that
No.
is. I'm kidding. I do. Sometimes I like to act stupid, more stupid than I am, so just for fun. Because I grew up on
Acting?
I grew up with Paris Hilton, and she was everything to me. I learned how to just like act stupid but be smart.
Right.
You know.
Are you and Paris Hilton the same age?
Are you fucking kidding me? Is that a serious, genuine question?
How old is she?
She's like 40, I think. She's like 45.
How old
no,
are you?
She's like 40.
No, I'm kidding. Wait, she's 45? She looks great.
Looks great. We asked you at outoftouch_podcast on Instagram, has anything ever happened that made you question your sexuality? If so, what was it?
Can we start with you answering the question? Oh, wait.
You.
I make you question your
Wait,
sexuality.
no, that's a great way to
welcome.
start this. Sophia
Aggression.
LaCourte has made me question my sexuality unlike any other.
I feel like I do that to a
Meeting
lot of
you,
men.
I've just been like, whoa.
Thank you.
Because she's bodied down.
Thank you. No
She
one
got
would
that
know.
skinny waist, childbearing hips. It brings out the like the
double
instincts in me, like the male instinct to like have a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I hope I do
I
that to a
want
lot of men.
you to have my babies.
So get in line. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Okay, leave. No, I honestly.
Freaking kidding
I
me?
feel like I make
Get
a-
in line.
I love the biggest
You would be
compliment.
lucky to have my babies.
100%. I agree. And you, same for you. Okay. I think the biggest compliment ever is for when people say I make them question their sexuality, like women or men or anyone.
Something you guys should know is that Sophia's likes to pretend. Well, she's gonna get mad at me for saying
No,
this.
say
She
it.
likes to pretend she's not a sexual being, but then she like loves the idea of everybody thinking like sexually about her.
I don't partake in activities. That's what I mean when I say I'm not like that. I don't partake in hookup culture, but I do know that the way I carry myself is very, and like the way I walk around and sometimes when I dress crazy for clubs or whatever, it's like a little like,
Promiscuous girl.
yeah, it's a little like
teasing
seductive.
me.
And I take that with pride. I was given
Know what
boobs
I
and a
want,
butt, and I just have to
and
work
it's
with it.
what you
You know, you
need.
get what you get and you don't get upset.
You
So,
you
our
ever feel like you're in a
answers-
recording studio when you have these mics?
Do I feel like I'm in a recording studio?
Promiscuous girl.
Oh yeah, you could sing that part, and I
You're
can sing.
teasing me.
Well, you're singing the girl part. You should sing the boy
Know
part.
what I want.
And I got what you need. Okay, can I read, or are you gonna like your ADHD is still acting up? I feel like I've been really feisty today.
Can you fudging read, please?
Okay, well you didn't give me a yes or no answer, so I felt like I should
Oh
just
yeah,
let you
sorry.
ask.
Men rule the world. I gotta give you the.
You're
gotta
so
tell
right.
you to read, woman.
Whitney said yes. TikTok. Whoa. Okay.
TikTok
Scrolling through
made her
TikTok and you
sexual.
see, yeah.
She's like using that
Yeah,
thumbnail.
because everyone. Whoa. Because everyone is
What?
really, really good looking on TikTok and like.
yeah,
yeah.
it's a little crazy.
Okay.
That beauty filter makes us look so good.
Yeah. Okay. Sarah said, getting drunk and going too far with a F friend 15 years ago, female friend 15 years ago, and I can't stop thinking about it. Oh, you can't stop
Girl,
thinking
you
about
better
it?
get on that vagine. You better get on there.
Go crazy.
You better text that girl and you better get in there.
Anna
We gotta
said,
like we gotta talk about the comments, Sophia.
okay, wait. Yeah, get in there. You said it. What do you want me to say about it?
Like we're just like scrolling over them.
Oh, sorry. Sarah said, Yeah, Sarah, get in there. If you feel like it, get going. I don't know what to tell you. 15 years ago and you still think about it?
Get in there.
You got some things to
Sophia
get done.
has never thought about something longer than
10 seconds.
10 seconds max.
Yeah.
So if you've been 15 years, oof.
I'm not a very I'm emotional, but I'm not very like, I don't think about things emotionally that much. Not as emotional as you would think.
Robot.
Can I go to the next one or are you going to yell at me?
My job in life is to yell at you.
I like it.
I know.
Anna said, watching your podcast, I'm literally in love with Sophia. Kiss me then.
All right, I'll go fuck
If you think I'm so pretty, then kiss me.
I'll go
what are you
fuck
waiting
myself.
for?
I'm sick of all your frigid comments about Sophia and nothing about me. Just so unlikable. I think I've gotten more unlikable as I've gotten older.
No, you haven't. You're perfect. Maybe they just don't like straight men.
I
You're
just don't
straight
give
now.
a fuck now that I've gotten older and like. Okay, whatever.
Oh, you should read this one because I don't want to read this one. It's very graphic.
All right, this says, I find guys physically attractive and all that, but sex with them makes me icky. Having sex with a guy, it doesn't feel right. It feels like they're shoving a pole in my blank. They wrote blank. When I think about having sex with a woman, it makes more sense to me. But sex with a man just doesn't feel right. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh.
That makes sense to me.
You think sex with a girl is less complicated? Like lesbian?
Well, I could see why she would feel that way.
Okay. It feels icky. I guess. Sure. All right, that makes... Well, what was the question we even asked people? If you ever questioned your sexuality?
Yeah, like...
Oh, so she questions it because... But didn't she have sex with a girl to find that out?
She just said it that it makes more sense. Like, it seems like it makes more sense to her to just be with a girl.
I think that's correct.
Good for you.
I think
I love that.
also agree with that. If you think pee-pee is icky, I would say that maybe you might not like pee-pee.
Yeah, maybe it's not for you.
How did
we support
How do we end up
any
making
decision
a
you make.
full episode about sex?
I don't know. It's really scaring me.
It's scaring me too because I know it's scaring you.
It's really hard for me to talk about. So hard. I'm just like I can't talk dirty.
This is not dirty having sexuality. And it's sad that you think
like I don't talk about like this ever.
It's so interesting that you think it's like a dirty
I don't
subject.
think it's dirty. I just think it's something that I don't need to talk about.
You don't.
Yeah, exactly. And like when I do talk about it, it's just not normal for me. It's like not a normal thing to be like, oh, like even in.
Seem pretty natural at it when we're off camera.
You are such a little liar.
You.
When have I? What are you talking about? You don't talk about it either. Like, I mean, you do, but like, we don't talk about like anything. Ame said, "I kissed a girl and I liked it."
Well.
Okay. She said, "No joke."
Oh,
because the Katy Perry song. Ah, we're so stupid.
Oh, my mind went immediately there. I think
Yeah.
You might be the one who's a little. I kissed a girl.
Leah said, "Renee Rapp from Mean Girls' mother."
Everybody loves her.
She's gay, right? I thought she just came out with a gay girlfriend.
I think she's like, maybe she's bi or she was gay or she's
I didn't mean
bi
it
and
like
gay.
I didn't mean I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like she has a girlfriend now.
Watching only lesbian porn, but being in a strictly heterosexual relationship. That seems pretty normal, from what I know.
Oh.
The girl that I was envious with suddenly held my hand. We were 12. Made her question her sexuality. Ooh, envy turning into
When you were 12?
attraction.
Oh. Good for them.
Somebody said, "You guys make her question herself."
Oh, thank you.
Unless you're
That's
not
like the
18,
nicest
then
compliment.
we'll take back that little wink I just did. All right. So what I learned today was that nothing. No, I actually learned what intersex was, which is interesting. But I also learned, I don't know, I really just wanted to tell people to shut the fuck up. That was the goal of this episode.
Oh,
was
about
to tell
you?
people to stop being so concerned about other people's sexuality, unless you really want to date that person so desperately that you just
I think everybody wants to date you.
So then keep being obsessed with my sexuality. I love attention.
Who's your celebrity crush?
I don't have one. Well, actually, I just watched Queen Charlotte and the King George, and that
King George is
is
your
my
crush?
celebrity crush. But like the character, not the real person.
Right, of course.
Like
Every time I say something, it's the character.
I'm more like the characters, not the real people.
100%.
So I guess
Because I don't know the real people. I know the character.
Yeah. Who's your character crush?
My character crush? Oof, big question. And I don't want to be basic. But I'm going to be basic. I have to be. Rafe Cameron.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
It's okay.
Is he like the main character?
I guess. Well, let me think of something that
That's horribly awful. That's your character crush. That show was so fucking bad. Like probably the worst show I've ever watched. And that guy was like one of the biggest douchebag.
Case in point.
Like what were you attracted to?
I don't know.
The fact that
Nobody
he like
knows.
surfed or whatever. He didn't even surf.
No, he was just
He was
scary.
on a boat.
I can fix him. He was just terrifying.
Did they like murder somebody or something?
Yeah. He's a scary man.
All right. Well, we know that Sophia now has issues, and all I want is just a Prince Charming. So,
okay, Mary.
I mean, the prince in this show did have some mental illnesses, but that's also what I
I'm trying to
want.
think of a different character crush. I feel like this is entertaining.
You're my character crush.
Was yours like Jessica Rabbit and Poison Ivy?
No, but she's hot as fuck.
So you like redheads?
Yes, Sophia. Isn't that evident?
What's another character crush?
Like any hair
Anyone have
color. I'm not really a
crush
hair
out there?
color person. I don't really get that. Like, oh, I only date redheads, or like I only date.
No, said no one ever.
Or like I only date brunettes. Like I just don't really like.
I think that they like what they
anybody's
like
hair-
on paper. That's on paper.
You can change anybody's hair color.
Yeah, I know. Like on paper, they might like a short brunette, but like they might like just like what they like. Nobody knows that they like redheads until they find a redhead that they like.
People are probably thinking at this point,
Why are we watching?
we're not dating.
Oh,
And they might be confused. But I want to say
be
we're just as
confused.
confused as you are. And Sophia especially is very confused on what our status is. And I want to say that I am not as confused as she is. I am quite clear what is going on between her and I. But apparently Sophia will never be clear. Every day she asks questions. And every day I give her answers. And every day she forgets those answers. And that's okay, Sophia. And that's why I accept you for who you are. And I love you for who you are.
Love you too.
And I cannot wait to kiss you later. And that's where the episode will end today. That was a lot of fun and very surprising that we even talked about all of that.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know
lot.
where, like when we conceptualized this episode, we didn't think we were gonna. That was it was gonna be,
It
but
was really hard for me.
it turned into something. It hopefully was educational. It was to me a bit, so hopefully it was to you as well. And now hopefully you have more clarity about who I am in a sexual capacity, since all of you were so curious. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on Thursday. Bye, guys.